Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 awful films Harry Potter actors want you to forget.
That planet belongs to me. It is my right.
For this list, we'll be looking at the roles Harry Potter stars took that received less than favourable reviews. Which of these movies did you actually like? Don't be shy and let us know in the comments below.
After me!
Number 10, Stratton, Tom Felton. Have you ever seen a movie with 0% on Rotten Tomatoes? Well, prepare to be impressed because Stratton did just that.
Mission logs, wiretaps, anything prior to the mission.
A film Felton definitely wishes he wasn't involved in. Stratton was a British spy thriller that was botched in almost every way. But most importantly of all, it was absolutely boring. Perhaps the one thing you don't want your thriller movie to be.
You're in shock, Agent Cummings, as you should be.
Not even Draco's reconnaissance character could keep this one afloat. Number 9, Jupiter Ascending, Eddie Redmayne. Best known as Newt Scamander, Eddie Redmayne's on-screen magic has had the critics cooing for years, and fans absolutely love him. But then came Jupiter Ascending, and Balaam Abrasax.
I create life!
And I destroy it.
Cast as the principal baddie for the hugely underwhelming Wachowski sci-fi flick, Eddie's far from convincing as a planet-conquering supervillain. Perhaps it's the voice, or the look, or the mind-numbing plot. Either way, Redmayne won a Razzie for the role.
You begged me to do it!
I am not your damn mother.
Number 8, Twilight, Robert Pattinson. Maybe some of you Twilight diehards will hate us for this one, but the fact of the matter is, Robert Pattinson absolutely detests this franchise.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure you out.
Yes, Twilight might be responsible for putting Cedric Diggory's actor on the map, but even throughout filming, he labelled the film Stephenie Meyer's odd sexual fantasy. In the years since playing Edward the Vampire, he has fought hard to try and cement himself as a phenomenal actor, which he is.
You don't know anything.
But alas, some people will always remember him as the sparkly boy. Number 7, St. Trinian's 2, The Legend of FRITTON Gold, David Tennant.
One word of advice. FRITTON. Oh, I'm sorry.
Now listen, the first St. Trinian's, while daft, was enjoyable to many, but maybe they pushed their luck when they went with a sequel. The Barty Crouch Jr. actor found himself playing the role of the film's antagonist, Sir Piers Pomfrey, in a movie which saw the girls go from high school tricksters to treasure hunters for some reason. It's as bad as it sounds.
Astonished. Some of this country's finest minds being outsmarted by a bunch of pathetic, empty-headed little women.
Number 6, Dad's Army, Michael Gambon. Even a fine actor like Gambon has found himself cast in a few duds. Dad's Army remains one of the most beloved British shows of all time, so when a film adaptation was released in 2016, the hype was pretty high.
Captain, might I be excused, please?
Certainly not.
Little did people know it did not carry the spirit of the original. Despite its stellar cast, it failed to understand its audience, instead trying to appeal to a younger demographic who, by most accounts, would not really have any interest in the franchise.
White, brown, 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 white.
The film didn't do well and is seen as almost an insult to the original. Number 5, Gooby, Robbie Coltrane. This larger-than-life character simply wasn't as charming as Hagrid. In fact, he's kind of, well, very disturbing to look at.
I don't think you should be...
I very much think I should.
Coltrane lended his voice here in a tale that sees a teddy bear come to life and become 6 feet tall or something. You probably never heard of it before now, which we're sure Coltrane is very grateful for, since the film was very poorly received by the small pool of people who actually saw it.
You know, I really kind of like that.
Like what?
I like being your dad.
How Coltrane ended up in a small-budget Canadian family film We'll never know. Number 4, The Avengers, Ralph Fiennes. No, not that Avengers. Back in the late 90s, they tried to make a film adaptation of the British spy TV series.
Scientist. Swordsman. To what do you attribute your overachievements?
Unfortunately, most of the charm from the 60s version did not translate in this film, led by Voldemort himself. The film was so bad, with Sean Connery and his evil teddy bears, that it is a miracle Ralph was able to climb back up after it.
You're exceptional in many things, but duty comes first.
To this day, the film is often touted as one of the worst films ever made. Number 3, The Circle, Emma Watson. While many will remember Watson's 2017 career for the popular Beauty and the Beast, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. She also took the lead role in The Circle, an adaptation of the thriller novel by Dave Eggers.
Okay.
Labeled wildly confusing and overly convoluted, the film failed to impress its audience. They also changed some details from the original book, perhaps in an attempt to make the audience like Watson's character more.
Better. Relieved, actually.
Impressively, just 2 years earlier, Watson also starred in Regression, a film no one really heard of that only made $54,000. Ouch. Number 2, CBGB, Rupert Grint. Sadly, Rupert has yet to find that big follow-up from Harry Potter like some of his co-stars have, and CBGB certainly had no hope of elevating his career. A biographical recounting of the famous New York music venue, this one actually had none other than Severus Snape, Alan Rickman, as the lead character, with Rupert joining as Cheetah Chrome, one of the many musical stars to appear in the story.
Well, we were altar boys. That was a while ago.
But for such an outlandish tale, the movie played it way too safe, and no one was impressed. The film stands with a poor 7% on Rotten Tomatoes, and only made 40 grand. That is bad. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 1, Playmobil the Movie, Daniel Radcliffe. They honestly must have thought they had a winning formula here. After the huge success of the Lego Movie, which subsequently rekindled the brand's public interest, Playmobil tried to follow suit.
Surprise, Rex Dasher.
And lending his voice alongside talent such as Anya Taylor-Joy was Daniel Radcliffe, HP himself. The only part they forgot was to make the film actually good. The film notably had poor humor, and people just couldn't help but compare it to the movie it was trying to emulate.
Perhaps being a secret agent is just not your forte.
The interest just simply wasn't there either, as the film bombed in cinemas and lost about $55 million.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and subscribe for more great content.